Well, hello YouTube, this is Layout123 with yet another train review, and today we're going to be looking at the Triang straddle tanker. And just a little bit of background on this train. It did start off as a clockwork train set and then developed into the electric train set. And if we look at the back, you can even see the holes where the two rods would have been coming out for the on and off switch, and there would have been a key in the side as well. That's just a little interesting insight. But now let's get back to the actual site reviewing side of things. So this train is quite a few years old, and I really liked it. I'd never seen one before, and I just happened to buy it out of sheer chance. I saw one at a train fair, and I thought, that's very nice. And I do like Triang trains, and I thought I'd give it a go. If we just have a little look at the detailing, it's got all the usual sort of rivets that you expect all over it. It's got the little British Rail logo on the side, and then the running number 748, which is also replicated again on the front. You're not going to be able to see that unless you're very lucky. If we look at the back, you've got the screw in the back so that you can get to the motor, which is very basic and very simple. It makes a real grunty sort of noise like most Triang locos do. It's very nice, and I do think it is certainly something that Hornby should have a go at. I'm not sure whether Hornby do a specific version like this, and I think it's something they should look at doing, because it's a very nice model and a very nice train. As you can see on the top, you've got the brass pieces, funnels, whistles, whatever you want to call them. All in all, if we have a look at the bottom, it's the usual sort of Triang stuff. You can't see, unless you look right in the corner there, the words Triang Railways, and then made in England, which is something you certainly don't see today. But let's just have a quick look at this more up-to-date steam locomotive from Hornby, and if it focuses in, you will see it says made in China. And for some reason the camera won't focus on that. Oh well, it's a different time, but I know which one I prefer. It's certainly this one. But you could say, why do I prefer this one? It's simple, but it's got a lot of character, and it's much nicer all in all. As nice as it is to have a train with a quiet motor, it's also very nice to hear the grunt of a Triang model, and it's so much more realistic hearing the sound of the locomotives, and that's what I think Triang were always good at. And another thing is, if this goes wrong, we've got a good chance that we can open it up and get it working again. If this goes wrong, good luck repairing that. Well, I've talked for the last few minutes now about this train, and there's not really much you can say. I mean, it's not one of them sort of mainstream models that everybody knows. It is one of my favourites out of all the Triang range. Obviously my favourite locos are the Dock Shunters from the Triang range, but I would certainly, if I was rating it, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Not 10 because the detail's not really there, and well, you can buy better, but a 7 is certainly what I give it. All in all, buffers are metal, not sprung loaded, but there was a different time back then. Do we really need sprung loaded buffers? And the good thing about these is, if you can find one in decent condition like this, they're normally not worth a lot when you actually come to buy them, but I do think that in the future these could become more desirable. I bought mine out of a box, so it didn't have any box to it, but I have seen some of them boxed on eBay, but sometimes even £40. I mean, would you pay £40 for that? I don't think I would. I like it, but I don't like it that much. So I think I've talked long and hard enough about this, and I think you've heard enough. Apart from maybe the weaknesses, I'd say the weakness certainly lies in the detail. There is no cabin detail whatsoever, and probably for some people you would say the running, because it's not smooth, but it's a different time back then. People were a lot happier with a lot less, and sometimes I think that the train companies forget that. And let's keep the Triang theme running for a little bit longer. As you can see, there are the Triang battle space exploding carriages, which are absolutely fabulous. If you can get your hands on some of these, they are absolutely brilliant. They are such a great novelty item. And just to demonstrate the feature, and I know if they made them these days, the kids would probably definitely hurt themselves with them. Brilliant, absolute brilliant. My subscribers, right, you'll want to see that again. Who doesn't love a good novelty piece? The thing about these is they're so simple to put back together again. He says knocking them to bits all just falls beautifully into place. So now let's set it off and show you what this train can do. As soon as it gets going, it'll be alright. See, if you don't use these with a lot of regularity, then they often do seize up a little bit. There it is, off and away with the two Triang exploding battle space carriages. And just whilst we're on the subject of Triang battle space, they should have the battle space Ginty with them, but I can't find one. I've been looking for one for a few months, and as soon as I do, I will do a video on some Triang battle space stuff. I'm not a big collector of it, but I do love the exploding coaches, and I think I might start getting into collecting that sort of stuff. And that's pretty much it for today. I mean, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Have you got this model? Have you got something similar? And what do you think of it? Do you like this? What's your view? Do you think it's a 10 out of 10? A 5 out of 10? Or maybe even a nothing out of 10? We're all different, and I'd love to hear from you. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. And up next, we're going to have a lot more reviews, and certainly another layout update, because the eagle-eyed of you will notice quite a lot has changed. And I'm going to also upload a video of when I took everything off the board and cleaned it all. It's only going to be a 30-second thing, just showing you how the board looked completely bare. So, as the Triang straddle tanker goes around for one last time, I'm going to say thanks very much for watching, and see you all soon.